Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Public Luncheon, the show where we have hot food and even hotter takes. I'm your host, Weehart Bobby, with co-host Jimmy
Jimmy
Lapriest.
LaPriest.
Jimmy Lapriest, guys. What are we here? Where we at today, Jimmy?
Dude, how do you feel comfortable doing this in public?
Dude, it's the show. It's Public Luncheon, the show with hot food and even hotter takes.
Or we're at Taco Bell and I got a nacho El Grande that I'm waiting on.
Yeah, I forgot what I ordered at this point in the day.
Dude, this thing's like really soft.
I know. These are brand new mics just for this podcast.
Yeah, this is a better stem toy than a mic.
Yeah. So what are we here talking about today, Jimmy?
Well, uh, probably probably Trump Gaza. That's the only
The what?
Trump Gaza.
What is that?
It's Trump's plan to rebuild Gaza after the war.
What is Gaza?
City, the capital of Palestine.
Dude, I've never heard of this in my life. You talk about stuff that like people actually care about, like iDubbbz is bringing back content, Cobb.
Dude, you are you going for like the unlikable one angle?
What are you what are you talking about?
Like that's cool if you're like the heel of the podcast.
Dude, like we could like the TikTok clips where like the guy like has an obviously wrong take, but he just like refuses to back down from it.
Dude, I think that would be a dub.
All right, guys, here we are. This is the best drink. This is a Baja Blast. Let's get a little audio on this straw. That's a straw. All right, let's get a little taste.
Yeah, I wanna come home and wind down after a hard shift and come back and hear
this show fucking sucks. This is an awful idea.
why did we do this?
We should have gone to Popeyes because they have the pickle
There'd
menu.
be like stuff going on. I'm gonna go see that's your order, mine.
No, that's for mobile delivery and pickup.
You know, I didn't see the sign.
They'll say your name really loudly.
I'm such a baka sometimes.
Dude, can we cut that out?
Ooh woo.
All right, guys.
Ew. I'm gonna go home and listen to some hot Sonai Miku.
All right, good. What are we really here to talk about? You know, this is the show with hot food and even hotter takes.
Well, I was supposed to write down the talking points for the episode before we shot, and I failed.
Yeah.
But in my defense, I had to wake up at 3 a.m. this morning.
Well, let's talk a little bit about content creation and how's the content creation for the Jimmy LaPriest channel going?
Well, it's going slow because I am extremely stubborn and refuse to do anything normal.
Let me ask you a question about content creation. Is mental health, does that play into your content creation? Does that like ever hinder?
Not at all. It's an anti-mental health channel. I am against men's mental health.
Well, I actually wanted to talk about that for a second. I recently just released my newest video, Worst in the Universe, how I lost all my aura with one haircut. This is a big breakthrough for me because I wanted to make a YouTube video for 3 months, but have not found the energy to do it until just now.
My channel is specifically designed to clown people like you. I'm sorry to say.
That's terrible. That's fuck you. And I feel like a lot of the reason that I haven't been able to make a YouTube video is just because of how exhausting, working that 9 to 5 is, and that's kind of what this podcast is about. You know, getting away from the struggles working in a bowling alley.
Well, I get up in the bed. I get out of bed in the morning to like prey upon people like you.
Dude, there's there's a car over there with a Majin Buu plush doll inside of it. You see
Dude,
it?
What's that sick thing on the window?
I don't know. I, is that like the AI avatars from like the Twitch streams?
I think that is.
Dude, for all of our audio listeners here, which is everybody, because I don't want to do video for this because it's already like scary enough, like sitting here with a microphone acting like a jackass.
Yeah,
There's a car with an anime sticker
I
on
feel
it.
like I'm busting up the vibe in here heavy. That's like, oh,
What, dude, Jacob? Dude, for for all of our audio listeners, Jacob. Oh, that's my food. I'll be right back. For all of our audio listeners, Jacob ordered a dirty Baja Blast, and and asked one of the clerks for a large drinks, and I has two drinks. I don't think that's what was supposed to take place here today.
no, not me.
Wow.
It's very foamy.
Yeah, it's like a vanilla in Baja Blast.
Really.
Yeah.
It's very creamy. I taste no Baja.
Yeah,
Just
no,
dirty.
that's kind of how that works. Um, Here we are with the food portion of the video. I've got a couple tacos, a little chicken burrito, and some chips and cheese. Oh,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Have a good one.
This is the double stack taco review. Mm,
I think I'm gonna go get a fork.
that's good stuff right there.
I think this is like a teaser. I think my next video is probably gonna be like Gen X memes,
Mm-hmm.
edgy Gen X memes, like the people who take themselves the most seriously. And it's like, bro, you just have an alcohol addiction.
I've been keeping up with the Tim Cheese lore.
You know, you showed me Tim Cheese, and I think it's best I don't.
Well, for those who are not in the loop, most recent development is that John Port got rebooted by the reboot van by Agent 5.5 when he found the architect, and Tim Cheese betrayed Simon Claw.
I think everyone's gonna really enjoy listening to that. So you like chewing a taco,
That's the
like a
point.
jackass.
And I'm gonna expand on that for a second. I'm actually really glad to see Simon Claw getting a little bit more character development because I feel like he's just been too overpowered in the Tim Cheese lore. So finally, kind of having a place where he's like his back's against the rope. It's a new development that I'm very much here for.
What what niche is this for?
Anybody that wants to like be a part of like going out to eat and having a good conversation and listening in on folks. That's what this
Or
is for.
anyone that like wants to watch Joey World Tour without looking at Joey World Tour.
Yeah. Mm.
For all the poor souls that happen to fall into that category.
Mm.
I feel like I'm gonna look back on this episode and feel like really cringe for every single thing I said.
What?
I feel like I'm gonna look back on this podcast and feel really cringe for everything I said.
Well, that's why it's a podcast. We have, we can work this podcast out into something that this is the first episode, and somebody didn't write down the talking points, so here we are.
You know what? Everyone comment Bobby is a meanie. Everyone comment Bobby is a meanie.
Mm. Certainly enjoying some chips and nacho cheese here.
Jimmy getting napkins audio.
Huh?
Jimmy getting napkins audio. I'm not a sloppy eater.
I'm about to get a little bite off this burrito. I should have got it grilled. For all the audio listeners out there, the burrito's not grilled, but still pretty good. But what? What if I took this mic to the bathroom with me? Is that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Taco Bell bathroom audio. Taco Bell bathroom ASMR.
I don't even know like the range on the microphone, so this might just be like what you call it? Man, all the audio listeners out there, this is a very long bathroom. It's like
Dude, I really hope Bobby's filling in the dead air right
It's
now.
a very long walk up to the toilet.
Since he's like doing the interesting thing right now.
I usually don't wash my hands, but for the sake of the podcast, I don't want to be called like nasty. Bathroom review. 6.5. That's still locked. Oh. For the audio listeners out there, I'm back at the table.
I really hope you filled in the dead air there.
I was doing it.
So, I have a question for you, Bob.
All right.
Is soup a salad?
It's super salad. What? No.
Is soup a salad? Why is that?
Because it's salad.
Well, it's 90% water, so technically it's in a broth. The lettuce is a broth.
What?
Lettuce is 90% water, Bobby.
Are you dumb?
No, I'm just trying to be like a little bit more ontological.
So like, how much water like quantifies a soup?
I think 90% about does it.
What about 60%? Now, you see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, could you consider us to be a soup?
I think we could. Or maybe, think about it, we're made up of quadrillions of little soups. Because
Maybe.
if you think about it, your cell is like a soup, and the membrane is like a soup bowl.
Let me ask you a question. Could a bunch of little soups and like could they make up a big soup? We think about it like this: the world, most of its surface area is water. Does that just make the world like one big soup? Or does that mean like all the continents are like you know one big melting pot for all the soups?
All that made me think of was like Dave Blunt's with a comical large straw, like sip, sipping up the oceans like it's a big
Do you mean
soup.
like Badlands chugs?
Oh yeah, like Badlands Chugs, more like it.
Yeah,
Dave Blunt has nothing on that guy.
I'm a big Badlands chugs fan. What's your favorite Badlands chugs video?
Probably the salsa boot. I think like out of any video I've seen, he looks the most distressed in that one.
The bean chug is another good one. Chugging a boot full of beans is really something to see.
All this podcast is doing is like plugging like the most disgusting food YouTubers, like exposing these poor people.
Big Joey World's Tour fan over here. um, this burrito is just not hitting. I want to take a little second to plug one of my favorite YouTube channels, The Mer Show.
The Murr Show, dude.
Yeah. Mer Show.
That's our ball.
It's our ball. It's our ball. Damian Lillard touching over there. It's
You
our
had
ball.
to be there.
You had to be there. The Mer Show. You guys have not checked out. You guys have not checked out the Mer Show. Go check it out. They haven't made a new episode in a while, but I'm sure there's another one coming. They're
It's like
really
being flashed. It's like being flashed by.
it's like being flashed in a good way. Like I mean, like when they're
You like what you see.
like when they're flashing, you're like, oh no, I've been flashed. And you're like, whoa, hold on, wait a second. That's a pretty good meat hog.
It's got a pretty nice hog.
Like you just kind of gotta like shit. Gotta cut your losses in that one.
Like that guy just stared in the mirror and said, "I'm Mr. Goodbar."
Like
He ran out there.
like you got flashed, but it's like you know, it is what it is because you got to see like history today.
You know what I did before this podcast?
What's that?
I was looking in the mirror and I threw on my fedora and I said, "It's showtime."
Yeah, for all the audio listeners right now, Jimmy is currently wearing a fedora and a very large trench coat.
Dude, that's my vigilante outfit.
Yeah. So
That's what I patrol the streets in.
yeah, he's like what's that one like real life superhero guy? Like Penguin Zero did a video about him.
It's either like the Golden Phoenix, it's some.
Some of the Phoenix dude, I fuck with that guy.
I'm done with my food.
This burrito really was not what you'd want out of your burrito. So I'm kind of tired of chewing, so I'm probably done. So what would you rate this Taco Bell experience?
Well, I had the Nacho Bel Grande and a Dirty Baja Blast.
And Dr. Pepper, I guess.
That's a Pepsi.
Pepsi?
That's a Pepsi.
Okay. Sorry, for audio listeners, he's drinking a Pepsi.
We're both on like 2 hours of sleep right now.
Yeah, so what would you rate it all after finessing a Pepsi out of Taco Bell?
I mean, that's automatically going to give it an extra point for me, like
Uh huh.
because I got a free drink. So probably a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. I had a crunchy taco, a double stack taco, and a beefy 5 layer burrito where I replaced the beef with chicken, took the sour cream and beans out, and added creamy jalapeno sauce. The burrito's really lacking. Tacos were pretty good.
I
Baja
mean,
Blast is pretty good. I'm gonna go with a 6.8 on the old Babo scale. Um, with
all
that,
Taco Bell food just like tastes the same, but different shape.
that's what I love about it. You know what you're getting, but you also don't know what you're getting. With that, that was the first episode of Public Luncheon. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, that's also quite fun. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, thanks for watching.